What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the top of the map, in the blue color, playing as Isis. He's from the DoD clan. His name is Joe. His opponent today, in the red color, playing as Odin. He's not from any clan. He's one of my friends from the old Nilla game, GrandMonster. The map is Tundra, and this is the knockout stages of the RTS-Sanctuary Christmas Tournament. If you lose this best of 3, you go home. It is a best of 3. That means there's potentially 3 games to be played if anybody can win. This Voobly Balance Patch 3.0. So normally you're going to see this matchup and go, oh, Isis should cream Odin here. However, on the Voobly Balance Patch 3.0, everything is different. Everything is more in favor of those weaker gods than it used to be. GrandMonster's very, very strong with his Odin, and he plays very nicely all the time. So we're going to see what he can come up with, see if he has an answer to what Joe does throw at him. I expect Joe to play very, very safe. I expect him to be grabbing a second town center early. I don't expect him to do any sort of classical aggression. That being said, Joe is very, very in favor of the Anubis play, so I might bite my words where he might decide to just go for Anubites, which Anubis has been buffed in this balance patch as well, so you can get out quite a few of those, and we'll see basically how many monuments he throws up as to whether or not he's able to do that, and choose where he goes from there. GrandMonster, on the other hand, I've got no idea. I don't play Odin. I'm not good at Odin. When I do play Odin, I pretty much just play Odin like I play Thor, which is badly. That being said, Odin does have access to Ragnarok, so he does have the option to do the same sort of fast Ragnarok that Thor can do. However, he doesn't have access to flaming weapons. He doesn't have access to Bragi, which means he's going to have to sort out a way around that. Generally, you're going to go through Skadi, or you might go through Njord. You do have access to Walking Woods. Walking Woods has been buffed. I'm not sure how. I believe there's a lot of experimentation with this god power, and I think it was difficult to get right. But one of the changes at some point was you got they nerfed their stats of the woods, but they let you control them. So I wonder if that's the same in this patch, or if it's been reverted and just the stats have been changed. Not sure. We do see a very forward temple for GrandMonster, so everything I'm saying should be by my words right there. He's maybe seen the forward gold mine. He has seen the forward gold mine, and he's deciding to go for some sort of Heimdall rush. That being said, if Joe gets up a monument in time, which he does have, it's just got to protect this monument. If we jump back over to GrandMonster's perspective, I cannot check and see. But he's going to be able to protect this location here. He's chucking up a second monument, which means he wants to go for Anubis and get those Anubites out. Very rarely you're going to see double monument Bast play. He might go double monument into fast heroic with Scorpion Men, but I'm guessing probably going for the other option with Anubis, just because of how forward his gold mine is, and he might want to be throwing up barracks and things like that. Heimdall is coming through for GrandMonster now. He's going very, very fast. Joe's nowhere close to the next stage, so GrandMonster can come in and he can get Ursa and get Ulfsark onto this tower and kill it. He's going to be able to push off this gold mine, but that's not going to be game because there is a gold mine over here. So if Joe can regroup and manage to get that gold mine under control, he's going to be okay. So I'm very interested to see if GrandMonster can push in here. He's going the wrong way. He's looking like this temple is set. Oh, he's set over here. He's looking to kill off villages first. Excuse me. I'm not sure about that. I don't think attacking the food is the right choice here when you have the 4 gold mine. Killing off this tower is all you need to worry about. Kill off the tower, pick off the gold, and you're going to be in a really nice position. We do see that the temple is now going up for Joe. So Joe is so far behind on this advance time. It's a big reason why Odin's quite strong here, is because he can go very fast and start attacking super early. And basically, if you don't do the same thing with Egyptian, it's super hard to defend. So Joe's going to have to retreat now. He's going to move all of his villages back off. He can actually take these villages and start attacking the the Ulfsark and the Skraeling there, sorry, the Ulfsark and the Hersir there. We just see a nice longhouse there. It's going to be able to delay this a bit, but if you just get those villagers to pick it off, it'll be fine. However, that's not going to happen. Going to be trying to pick off as many of these units as possible. The longhouse does get destroyed, and now the village is going to be retreating back into their base. Unfortunately, for GrandMonster, probably no kills there, maybe one. We are seeing the IamJoe moving in now, going to be attempting to pick off this sentry tower, and that's a very nice play there. Another wall's going up there for Joe. If we jump back over to Joe, sorry, if we jump back over to this perspective of GrandMonster, he can't cast Undermine here. If he does pick off this monument, potentially might be able to cast Undermine over here. I'm not sure exactly what the radius is on those, but it's very, very large normally. We do see that these houses are going to get picked off. If we jump over to Joe's perspective, he's sitting at 88 population, so he's not too concerned about this. We do see the villagers moving in now to rebuild. Brought those over a little bit too late. IamJoe just moving around, being a little bit silly. No real longhouse out just yet for GrandMonster. I wonder if this is just like a fakey play and he's going to go for a second town center instead of more aggression. That would be such a smart play right there. If he just sends like an Ulfsark back to a town center, jumps him back onto this town center, grabs it, then he's doing a sort of that set style of play. We do see that Anubis is coming through now. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. It's not a bad advance time. So much damage is being done right now. If we jump over to Joe's perspective, he's building his Anubis and Feet of the Jackal. So his myth units are going to move really, really quickly. So what GrandMonster might want to do right now is simply just move his Hersir back to his base and then defend against this Anubite raid, and just say, okay, that's fine. I've done the damage that I wanted to do. Now I need to defend. Now I need to grab that second town center, go into my boom. You're spending a lot of resources sitting in that classical age, so I don't need to worry too much about that. And he might be able to come out with a very strong boom against what Joe's going to be doing. The real way to defend against any sort of raiding pressure that your opponent puts on as Norse with the myth units is you chuck 1 or 2 Hersir on every single pit of resource. We do see that the Anubites are moving in now, going to be picking off some of these gatherers. These gatherers need to move back into the base as these Hersir come over. You don't want to leave them here to just get picked off. If we jump over to GrandMonster's perspective, he's not looking too crash on. He's not, I can't see what he's viewing because this isn't his game. We just said that 2 of these villagers are going to get picked off there. Really nice play there by Joe. We do see one of these Hersir jumping in, unfortunately, taking one little whack to the face, but getting out with their lives completely fine. Guardian Anubites are so strong. What are we going to see over here now? No second town center yet for Joe. Joe's moving forward, going to be grabbing some of this hunt again. He did get pushed off it, but that doesn't mean you can't not go back onto it as well when we do see that. And again, this Guardian Anubite going to be sending these villagers off. What you want to do is Alt-S. You want to put them on passive stance so that when he jumps in, they have to basically stay there. That's what you want. You don't want the you don't want the villagers running away, because if he just keeps jumping in, your units are just going to be chasing him around. It's not the best. I'm going to see that continue for the time being as these villagers keep as these Anubites keep getting chased around by the Hersir. He's going to be retreating at some point when he sees more and more of these Hersir. These villagers aren't doing all too much. He's moving these villagers back into his base, and he's actually put quite a few villagers onto wood. He's got 5 villagers on wood, and he does have resources coming in pretty soon to be grabbing that next upgrade for the town center, getting that second town center. He's not actually going for it just yet. He's moving some of these villagers into the back location, which I don't believe that Joe has scattered. Joe has not scattered that, so he's just going to be rooting around in this location, and there's enough stuff here just to defend. I'm interested to see where Joe's going to go from this. He's got some barracks out. He's got the Axemen coming out. He is chucking up an armory now, so he's not building any more Axemen. He's going to be moving forward, maybe grabbing this town center at this point, and then trying to boom into that heroic age. We do see that more Anubites moving in, going to be jumping onto this villager, pretty much killing him. Unfortunately, he does stay alive, or fortunately, if you're rooting for the Odin play GrandMonster, he does manage to pick that one off. Man, that recharge is so quick. He's already back up to full. He just needs to keep moving around, and he's going to throw up this wall. That's nice. He's looking to basically wall in this location so that he can grab this town center without getting harassed too much. These Anubites are moving into the back, looking for some more villagers, and it looks like he might actually spot them. He does have this waypoint waypoints set into the trees. If we jump onto this perspective, he has not spotted up any of them just yet, and they may just be outside that line of sight. He's going to be able to survive there. No way he's moving into these. Moving in, he's found some villagers gathering wood, so he's going to be trying to move these guys back into his town center. One of these villagers very low HP. Joe needs to spot that out. He does manage to pick off 2 villagers there. Really nice play. Throwing axemen coming in, going to be making these Anubites moving away from the base. Armory is now up for Joe. Joe's sitting at a very low resources, and he does have that second town center already up. So he's going to be booming like a crazy man. No second town center just yet for GrandMonster. He's sitting in a pretty weird space right now where he's getting harassed. He's not putting any pressure onto his opponent, and his opponent's being able to expand. You never want to be in this situation where your opponent's dictating the game at every turn, because you're just going to fall behind. So we need Joe to get a little bit stronger with these. Sorry, not Joe. GrandMonster to get a little bit stronger with these Hersa. Sit them in the right position. Pick off these Guardian Anubites as best as he possibly can. He does manage to jump across that wall there. I'm not sure if that's what he was really wanted to do. I wouldn't mind seeing GrandMonster attempt to do one of those tricks that he did with the villagers by building another barracks just to block these guys in as you go around with your Hersa. Hersa is so slow. These Guardian Anubites do absolute work. If you're not playing this correctly, it makes it seem like these Anubites are so strong. But like I said, all you have to do, leave 1 or 2 Hersa on each villager location. Don't even chase them around. Maybe like 1 Hersa can chase them around, but if you just leave the Hersa on each of your locations, you're going to be totally fine. We do see that Scardy's come through for GrandMonster. So GrandMonster's got a really nice answer for Ancestors at this point. Ancestors gets completely nullified by Frost. You just wait 5-10 seconds while it's being cast, while the spawn are coming through, and then you cast Frost and you get all of them plus their army. It's very difficult for Ancestors to do that much. However, Isis does have access to Hathor. And Hathor has rocks, and rocks have Pastustos, and there's so much favor income for Joe. So Joe can pretty much go straight to Hathor, use his Locust, get those rock raids coming in, do so much damage, and just ignore the fact his opponent's gone through Sky. That being said, there's more than just Frost versus Ancestors with that Frost Giant. You can use that Frost Giant to counter a Hathor player. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Nephthys is the god of choice for Joe. So Joe's managed to delay his heroic age by about a minute or 2 by grabbing this second town center. So he's a little bit behind the tech of GrandMonster, but GrandMonster's keeping up. He's keeping up. His economy is strong. He's got this second gold mine. He's not putting his Frost Giant on his gold mine. All you need to do, again, it's just like the same thing with the Hersa. All you need to do is leave these Frost Giants on a specific location, and they can just basically kill off each Anubite with their special attack. We are going to see that these Guardian Anubites going to attempt to retreat now as he sees the Frost Giant moving in. 1 on both sides is totally fine. With 3 Frost Giants, so many Frost Giants. Such a good play now by Joe. Joe needs to get, not Joe, GrandMonster. GrandMonster needs to get a couple more houses out. He's going to get population blocked pretty quick. He is chucking that up now. And more villages are pumping out right now. GrandMonster's going to be hitting that point where he's got no real food left, so he's going to have to put a bunch of villagers onto the wood and then start getting some of those farms out. However, he can start putting out Huskars. So Huskars are going to counter the heroic age of Joe if he decides to go into Chariot Archers. But it looks like he's not. He's only got 4 villagers on that wood. He's got no villagers on food for some reason. Maybe they were just idle somewhere. I'm not sure. He's going for this forward town center here, chucking up Serpents. This is going to be very, very strong play here if he does manage to win this fight. However, I don't think this is good for Joe at all. Just going to be moving in here. Needs to wait. Just wait for the Ancestors to come out. Wait till it's about 52 seconds. Cast Frost. And then this is totally, this sort of play not going to work at all. But you see that Frost is being cast, and he's managed to cast it a little bit out of range here. Some of these laborers are still going to be bashing away at that town center, but that means he might be able to move in and start killing them as he's going to be picking up all of these other things here. The Migdol Stronghold is going up for Joe. So Joe's managed to basically trade Ancestors for Plague of Serpents. Sorry, Ancestors and Plague of Serpents for Frost. It wouldn't be a bad idea for GrandMonster to basically just grab this town center. That being said, though, if he does grab the town center, he's going to have to figure out a way to defend against siege towers. He does have the Frost Giants though, so he's going to be able to do that fairly well, so long as he can pick off any Pharaoh, any Priest shenanigans. If we jump over to Joe's perspective, he is producing Funeral Rites and getting Scorpion Men. So Funeral Rites super strong against all of these Frost Giants. Essentially makes these priests just disgustingly good. We are going to see some of these these Herso move in and try and pick off some of these guys at some point if he's going for that. But it looks like he's just going to be retreating now. He's pretty fine with staying on that one town center. It might even be just an... Oh god, that was a gigantic raid. I missed it. All of those Anubite during that fight ran over and they picked off all of these dwarves. That's huge for Joe. Joe's so far ahead right now. So basically, GrandMonster's got no choice at this point. He needs to move in right now and deal some damage. He lost so many dwarves. He just didn't. I didn't see it. He didn't see it. He's gonna be moving forward now, attempting to basically catch up in this game. If he grabs a town center or something like that, that'd be nice. But look, he's only on something like 25 villages, which is nothing for 13 minutes. That's so unfortunate. Really well played there by Joe, taking advantage of the Plague of Serpents ancestors shenanigans going on there. Always doing more than one thing at once. We are seeing Spearmen come out, and we're going to be seeing some more things. We do see some of those priests moving in now, picking off some of those frost giants. Mercenary cavalry coming in now. You just need to blow your frost on that, and then he does kill himself, I believe. We jump over to... Yeah, he does kill himself if you frost him, just simply by the amount of time that happens. But that mercenary cavalry is going to get picked off. Joe's going to be moving in here. He's got a really nice army of Huskar, Jarl, and frost giants. What he really needs at this point is a few portable rams. Move in to kill off this Migdol stronghold, pick off the gold mine, maybe even move around this location. We do see that Undermine is being cast, so Joe's under a lot of pressure right now. He needs to fight, he needs to push back against this. We see both of these buildings should be taking some damage at this point. GrandMonster positioned that Undermine well. We are seeing some village getting pulled off. That gold mine going to be repairing. There's not really enough units here for GrandMonster to make this push work well. He needs some siege, he needs some more of those frost giants, and he is sitting at a lot of favor, but he just doesn't have the gold income at this point because he lost so many dwarves. Unfortunately, GrandMonster going to have to retreat out of here at this point. So many losses there. Didn't manage to do too much with that push. Undermine did a lot of damage, but it just wasn't enough. Odin having to retreat, and the ISIS player Joe sitting in a very commanding position right now. He can actually simply reproduce his army, move forward, grab this town center, have that 4 town centers to 2 town centers advantage. GrandMonster's the man who has to somehow pick off a bunch of the economic units of Joe to catch back up at this point. He needs to send a multi-raid while he's attacking. That's probably what he could have done if he sent units over to this location while attacking this location, pick off a bunch of things. Might have been okay, but it looks like GrandMonster just going to be slamming his head into the brick wall. That is ISIS, unfortunately. He does have a really good line of sight over onto this location here, but all of the action is on this in this front at this point in time. Jumping over to Joe's perspective, Joe can start getting that market pumping right now. Move the market over to this location here, then you've got a very long market route, nice trade route there that you could start pumping. It's going to be very difficult for your opponent to stop that. We do see that the Jarls do miss that Scorpion Man moving in, going to be attempting to pick off more and more of those gold villages. Joe not happy with his economic advantage, trying to do even more, and we do see that the Scorpion Man does so much damage. He manages to basically 2-hit a dwarf right there. We do see that it's not 2 hits, more like a 4-hit or 3-hit. 3 hits of Gatherer and 4 hits a dwarf, I believe. That's pretty crazy. We do see that a Jarl does move in right now. And he's going to be making that Scorpion Man retreat, but you just pick off so many villages, and when you're only on 1 town center, it matters so much more. We do see that 3rd town center is up for Joe now, so Joe's happy sitting in that heroic age while his opponent's sitting there as well, whereas GrandMonster's just like, nah, I don't want to play that game. I think what he wanted to do was hit that mythic age, maybe through tier, and then go for a Undermine Fimble Winter push, but unfortunately he took quite a lot of took a lot of economic damage there. Maybe grabbing this town center at this point would be the better choice, or even maybe just the fact that Jarls are so strong, he could just move in and maybe get a surround on this Egyptian army. If Joe comes out and missteps, he might be able to do a little bit more damage to that army than otherwise. He does have the medium spears though, and medium, he can get that special upgrade which does make those spears even stronger. Joe's attempting to do some of that hit and run where you move your chariots in, take a fire, run them away, move them in, take a fire, run them away, take a fire. We do see that that town center is moving up now. He's using this as a way to attempt to get these units to move in. We do see that these Huskar are going to be moving in, going to be able to do a lot of damage to those chariot archers. The Scorpion Man does get frosted really quick. However, this Pharaoh doing so much damage. We do see that this Hurster is going to be able to pick him off there. That's a really big win there for GrandMonster. So GrandMonster's got a bunch of units still getting this town center up. That's not what you want to do. We do see another barracks going up for Joe. Joe wants to probably get up a siege workshop just to deal with when this town center's up. And we do see that he's not focusing firing down this town center at all. So it's going to get up. He's going to be able to keep it there for a little bit. We don't see any siege workshops up just yet. However, there's so many units here for Joe. He can probably just pick this one off without having to worry too much. He's got such an economic advantage. He can just throw units away to town center fire. Do we see any more of those nice frost giants coming out for GrandMonster? He has got one coming through here. He does have one moving in. He's going to be taking a bunch of damage from those priests. You want to get that town center to be basically focus firing the priests. They have 0% pierce armor. So this town center does 12 damage per shot, and he also does 2 projectiles. So that's 24 damage per shot on a priest. Kills them so quickly. We just see a nice little side raid coming on. Joe's very good at this, moving this raid in while the fight's happening. He's going to be moving in this, picking off so many villages right there. One of those chariot archers, not one of those chariots. This chariot ball kills off a villager every single shot, and he does manage to pick off 2 villages there, 3 villages there, and all of the dwarves and gatherers garrison into this hill fort. It gets full. You can't do it too much. He does lose 1 chariot archer though. For that, a little raid was totally worth. And now we see that another Migdol stronghold's going up in order to get control of this gold mine. I really want to see a siege workshop going up and maybe even Mythic Age. Joe's going to... Okay, Mythic Age is the way to go. Go through Thoth, cast Meteor on this town center, and that is going to be it. GrandMonster has got his second town center. He doesn't have a lot of resources. If GrandMonster chucks up his own market, get 2 markets up, he can catch up on that economy, because if he goes 2 town centers with 2 markets, that equals 4 town centers of villager production, and he could catch up that way. However, I believe that Joe's probably already at he's going through Osiris. That's an interesting choice. He's probably already at max villages, 80 villages at this point in the game. So Osiris is going to come through. The only real way that Norse has to deal with a Son of Osiris is Ballista. You get like 3 or 4 Ballista, but once you have the Ballista, there's really nothing you can do as the Egyptian player to stop them, apart from basically moving in and killing the Ballista. So the Ballista just focus fire down that Pharaoh. Does the Pharaoh have City of the Dead? City of the Dead is getting researched. That means that your Son of Osiris is even stronger. You see, he goes from 120 HP and he moves up to 150, so he gets an extra 30 hit points. I think that is multiplied, maybe multiplied, maybe added on, one of the two, to the Son of Osiris. I'm not sure how the math works there, but we are seeing Siege Towers move in now. Siege Towers aren't going to do all that much. Frost Giants can just move in and kill them for free. So he's going to be able to do that at this point. Move that Frost Giant in. And then use what you can there. We do see more Frost Giants moving in now. Going to be able to pick off the Chariot Arch for free. It's always nice. And we do see that another Frost Giant moving in here. However, Siege Tower getting micro back really early. I like that play. We are seeing these Frost Giants losing. No real reason for losing that guy just there. He's going to be picked off. So much damage from those priests and the Pharaoh. And we do see that the Pharaoh is going to be coming out now. Moves up to that 672 hit points. As he's going to be moving in now, he's going to be using that Son of Osiris to be killing off Frost Giants as fast as possible, get those priests onto the Frost Giants, get those Siege Towers to pick this town center up, and then start getting catapults out, getting all of his economic upgrades, getting some of those armory upgrades as well. We are seeing medium Huskar move in. There are no Axemen yet for Joe, so these Huskar do a lot of damage, but that Son of Osiris is going to be destroying. We see that town center is trying to focus fire the Son of Osiris down, but the Son of Osiris is actually picking off those Frost Giants first. Mummy's picking off Huskar. All of this stuff is going really, really well for Joe. GrandMonster sitting in a really difficult position. He's got throwing axemen out here. Those are going to get picked off by that Son of Osiris so quickly with 60 hack damage, only 30% hack armor. He's going to do so much stuff. Is it hack or pierce? I'm not sure. GG. GrandMonster decides to tap out. That was really well played there by Joe, managing to deal with that aggression, and then moved back. And I don't think he was as far ahead or even far ahead at all when the Ancestors and Plague of Serpents went down. I think that was an even trade. I think what happened was I missed the huge raid that happened on his gold mine. He lost something like 10 dwarves. It's really hard to tell what's going on when god powers are being cast and when a fight's happening, because you don't hear the signal bell go off that you're getting attacked. It's like you just assume that you're getting attacked in the fight that was happening. Anyways, Joe played super well. GrandMonster didn't play bad. I reckon GrandMonster can take this series in the next couple of games. I'm just interested to see how that happens. If you like this game, please rate, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to see my videos as soon as they come out. My name's Boit, and I'm going to see you guys next time.